What's going on, A-Side family? This your boy Truth, and that's short for Truth Over Narrative. Welcome to A-Side Boxing Talk. Hey guys, first of all, let me throw the hoodie on because what you remember a couple years ago when they thought Melo was finished, when they thought Carmelo Anthony was finished, and what they would do is they would throw the hoodie on and they would say, "Oh, this is hoodie Melo," right? So right now, we got hoodie truth, and that's the only way I could really bring it to you, man. Um, Obviously, you see the thumbnail, you see what I'm talking about, you know what's going on if you watch boxing this past weekend. Uh, Rolly Romero versus Ismael Barroso. Um, First of all, the fight was moving horribly. You know, Rolly wasn't throwing too many punches. He kept getting caught by the same telegraphed straight left hand. Rolly seemed like he doesn't know how to throw a straight punch, right? But you know what? I'm not even here to even down talk Rolly, because at the end of the day, Rolly's a fighter. Rolly told us from the beginning that he started boxing at the age of 17. And when a man speak, you should at least believe him until he show you something different. Uh, we knew Rolly couldn't fight. We knew that Rolly's attraction is his mouth. We knew that when Rolly started to face the upper echelon of whatever division that he was in, that he was gonna lose. Did I think Rolly was as bad as he was Saturday? No, I didn't think Rolly was that bad. But yeah, I mean, horrible footwork, horrible horrible form. He was gun shy, you know what I'm saying? And just the overall bad performance. I don't think it's too much that I could say that, that's gonna be surprising from what everybody's seen already. It was a horrible performance. Horrible. You know what I'm saying? Barroso was landing punches. I had Barroso up 77-74 at the time of the stoppage. I had Barroso up 5 rounds to 3 through the 8th round before it was stopped in the 9th. But more so here, I want to talk about the performance from Tony Weeks. I think that was a horrible stoppage. I'm sure that there has not been I have not seen a worse stoppage since I've been watching boxing at this professional level than what I just seen right there from Tony Weeks this past Saturday. The first time, when Rolly pushed him down, he didn't call a push. He counted, whatever. The second time, I believe Barroso had touched the Rolly, pushed him, or there was a little tussle. Barroso touched the mat. Barroso got up. Tony Weeks did not wipe the gloves off. He just let him continue back in there. Maybe Tony Weeks had to use the bathroom. Maybe Tony Weeks was influenced, possibly. I don't know, and I'm not saying that he was. I'm just guessing what could have been the possibilities that could lead to such a horrible decision by a referee who has quite the extensive background. But I'm not understanding how the same guy that let Badu Jack fight for rounds on end with his head basically opened up, how you could make that stoppage. I'm not understanding how a guy who I watched just last year, I watched him in Tony Weeks. I watched Tony Weeks let David Morrell put a guy in a coma. Make that stoppage against Barroso. Listen, man. Personally, and this is just, again, I'm not saying that any of this is fact, right? I understand as a referee, they all have jobs to do. I understand that he may or may not have made the best judgment call that he saw fit to do, but that stoppage was horrible. I believe Tony Weeks should be suspended from the sport. No. I believe he should be done with the sport of boxing. I believe we've seen too much crap from Tony Weeks, too much BS. Him among a couple other referees. They need to be suspended. These referees need to be on the spot, and they need to be The same way we interview the fighters, they should be interviewing referees at the time of the stoppage. A couple guys, man. A couple guys. It's like about 2 or 3 referees. Him, Kenny Bayless, Celestino Ruiz. Those guys need to be stopped, man. Those guys need to be stopped. This is crazy. It's nuts. That's a horrible stoppage. Horrible stoppage. Whether it was some home cooking, whether it was trying to protect the PBC investment, whether it was he had to use the bathroom and he needed to go right then and there, that was bad, man. That was the worst stoppage that I have ever seen in my whole life. And Tony Weeks should be held accountable for that. Tony Weeks should be made to pay for that. Tony Weeks is responsible and should be held liable and financially responsible for that, bro. Egregious, horrible, astonishing, bamboozled, hoodwinked. That's crazy work, nasty work. As a fan, as somebody that covers the sport in the manner that I do, we cannot allow this to happen, man. Something needs to happen to Tony Weeks. He needs to be suspended. He needs to be fired. He needs to not be judging these, not be refereeing fights no more. He does not need to referee another fight. He should be done with the sport of boxing. The sport of boxing should be done with Tony Weeks. I'm not going to blame Rolly Romero for what the referee did. Yes, is Rolly Romero a bad fighter? Of course. This is not nothing that we didn't know already. But that shit that Tony Weeks just pulled, bullshit, horrible, trash, unbecoming. That's it, man. This is ASOP Boxing, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Bruh, come on, man. God damn. What's going on in the sport of boxing, man? This is crazy, man. I'm out. Disgusted, man.